Fayetteville man known for playing bagpipes around the city has been arrested on accused rape a second time this year. 5 News reporter Lauren Spencer joins us now. She's been digging into court documents all afternoon. Lauren?
Yeah, 25-year-old Devin was arrested first back in September on 1 count of rape, and now police say he was taken into custody again over the weekend, also on a rape charge. Washington County court records show was originally arrested September 5th and has pled not guilty on that charge. He was released on a $25,000 bond and ordered to have no contact with the alleged victim or possess weapons or drugs. According to a new preliminary report, police were called to a welfare check on Saturday after a caller said Toff picked up his girlfriend, took her to his apartment, and wouldn't let her leave. The woman told investigators she was afraid to leave and after seeing several guns in the home and reported being sexually assaulted. Officers stopped Toff shortly after and took him into custody. His bond in the second case is set at $75,000 with a court date scheduled for November 19th. A felony information sheet said back in August 27th that he was also charged as a habitual offender after previously being convicted of 4 felonies. Lauren Spencer, 5 News.
All right, Lauren, thank you. And also new tonight, an Indiana man is facing charges in connection to a deadly crash on the Midland Bridge. 45-year-old Christopher Hamilton is accused of negligent homicide. That crash happened back in April. Police say Hamilton was in Sebastian County for work at the time of the crash. He's due back in court on Wednesday morning. In Washington County, courts are finally wrapping up a backlog of cases dating back to the COVID pandemic. 5 News reporter Bo Russell joins us now. And Bo, you talked to Washington County Prosecutor Brandon Carter today. What did he tell you?
Hey Morgan, Brandon Carter tells me that Washington County's already seen a large increase in the number of cases seen this year and expects the court to be caught up on cases by the new year. But I'm learning that even with an increase in cases being tried, the county jail is still overcrowded. Sheriff Jay Cantrell tells me that yes, having the case backlog cleared up has helped move a substantial number of inmates, but the jail has seen a decrease of 100 detainees since the backlog began. However, the jail is still housing people over its max capacity. Sheriff Cantrell tells me that even as cases are tried, it takes a while until inmates can be moved if they are convicted.
Our numbers that we're holding for waiting to go to prison, that number just kind of keeps gradually going up and going up because they're out of beds, and it probably takes 6 months now for somebody once they're sentenced to finally get a bed down at the Department of Corrections.
Cantrell says that the jail desperately needs more beds, but they're extremely expensive. He also mentioned Washington County's rapid growth and the effect that has had on the jail's population size.
And did Sheriff Cantrell give any indication of a solution to that issue?
Yeah, he did. The issue is it's not easy. We talked about the proposed prison site in Franklin County, but as he pointed out, even if they were to go ahead and build that, it would take years for that project to finish. While Washington County Jail waits for a more permanent solution to overcrowding, they're focusing on things that can help right now, like programs that can fight recidivism so that once inmates are released, they don't find themselves in the same position weeks or months later.
All right, thank you, Bo. Well, Rogers school leaders are considering new ways to keep campuses secure. As 5 News reporter Jacob Luthi explains, one option could bring commissioned security officers to the district schools.
There's no doubt that every time that we start the school year, we look at safety.
At a recent Rogers School Board meeting, members were presented with one way to try and increase campus safety: adding commissioned school security officers.
I don't think there's any question that our board is interested in the positions.
A CSSO is an armed licensed officer who works alongside school resource officers and is trained to respond to emergencies. Neighboring districts like Bentonville and Springdale already have dozens of these officers in place. Perry says if approved, Rogers would likely hire retired law enforcement, military, or first responders, not shift duties to current staff.
This is the question, though, that comes up, is that what are you going to give up to have those positions?
Adding about 20 CSSOs would cost the district nearly $1 million a year, according to information provided to the board. With a flat budget and rising costs, Perry says new safety roles could mean cutting others, like teachers or counselors.
It's not just a matter that you make one decision and everybody is more safe. It's that collection of thoughts and ideals and programs that come together to create that safety. And that's what we're looking at, is that what would we give up if we included these particular individuals into the budget? Because it would be millions of dollars that we would invest in that.
Right now, the district is still gathering information and weighing costs. Any decision will come after the strategic planning session later this school year. In Rogers, covering news where you live, Jacob Luthi, 5 News.
Whatever decision is made, the district says it will still be keeping school resource officers. Well, a Springdale firefighter is being recognized for his leadership in the city's fire department. Assistant Chief Jim Vaughn won the Fire Chief of the Year award from the Southwestern Fire Chiefs Association. The award recognizes leadership and innovation. Vaughn has served as Assistant Chief of Administration with the Springdale Fire Department since 2018. During that time, he's overseen the execution of their 5-year strategic plan. Well, the government shutdown is now in its 27th day, and frustration over the stalemate is growing as thousands of federal workers have now missed their first full paycheck. Democrats are pushing for the extension of pandemic-era health care funding, while Republicans insist the government must reopen first. The FAA is also preparing for more staffing shortages with the Thanksgiving travel season now less than a month away. With no end in sight for the shutdown, the country's national parks largely remain open to visitors for now. CBS's Carter Evans has the latest from Yosemite National Park.
Never seen that before.
It's an unusual sight because base jumping in national parks is illegal. Charles Winstead captured this video while climbing Yosemite's 3,000-foot-high El Capitan, and it's just some of the unlawful behavior he's seen here recently.
Car camping, base jumping, drone activities. From what I hear, people are hiking Half Dome without permits.
Even with the federal government shut down, national parks are still wide open, but most of the staff is furloughed, which may embolden thrill seekers.
Wow.
Right in the middle of the meadow.
We started seeing people base jumping and not the typical crack of dawn, do it quick and then run away, but middle of the day and just walking off without any concerns.
Here at El Capitan, climbers worry about the danger of drones and base jumpers above them.
I've definitely been climbing and had base jumpers like fly past me.
What's that like?
It's scary. It's like really loud, like incredibly loud.
Robbie Brown didn't see any base jumpers this trip, but he did see emergency services.
They did a rescue the other day. There were some people who got hurt, which is fairly regular.
So those sorts of activities are still going on?
Oh yeah. Like people are still rock climbing and having a great season.
The warm fall weather and no admission fees are attracting plenty of visitors, including Yosemite regular Tom Evans, who's been photographing climbers here for decades.
There's nobody manning the gates, so people come in all the time now since it's free. The employees that they need to run this, they've all been sent away.
The National Park Service told CBS News rangers are still patrolling high-use areas, but their priority is keeping everyone safe and protecting the environment. And now hoping all visitors will be on their best behavior. Carter Evans, CBS News, Yosemite National Park.
For many in rural communities, the impact of the government shutdown is hitting far beyond the fields. Maya Ellison spoke with one Arkansas farmer who says the delay in federal support could cost him more than just his livelihood.
Richard Helms' day begins at 4:30 at Helms Dairy. Like clockwork, he and the dogs get the cows ready for the first milking of the day, a routine his family has kept for more than a century.
My grandpa settled here in 1902. We've been here ever since, milked a cow here every day since then.
And they do it all, rain or shine, 7 days a week. But the family's legacy is now at risk.
The years have really got tough. Rising cost of everything, it just interest rates, parts, labor, just all snowballed.
The rising costs have left the farm millions in debt and on the brink of foreclosure.
Oh, this administration didn't cause it, and the last one didn't either. It's just been something that's been snowballing.
Helm says there are only a handful of dairy farms left in Arkansas, and losing his would mean losing more than land.
Or just even thinking about the next steps and how you're going to continue.
Well, the normal person can't comprehend how much money it takes to operate a farm. Just because you have a lot doesn't mean you have a lot to live on.
And on the farm, everything has a cost.
The cows, the row crop, You know, it's just all takes lots of money. This is what we call the milk tank room. It's where the milk tank is. The milk is stored inside the stainless steel tank.
Out of their own pocket, costs for extra freight and equipment maintenance. They milked 16 cows using equipment installed back in 1992. If it breaks, repairs come at a price.
We lost all the dealers to work on, repair our milking equipment. So the closest one is a couple hundred miles away.
Despite the strain, Helms refuses to quit.
I get bombarded from lawyers, bankers to sell out and enjoy life. They say, just think of all the places you could go if you would just quit. And that's just not in the vocabulary.